Three, two.
Good evening everyone and welcome to round 7 of the UK&I Monday Night Skippys here at the Red Bull Ring. Tonight the Skip Barbers are in action and the UK&I Monday Night Skippy League is supported by the Cam Zone, the campaign against Living Miserably. You currently join us here in qualifying and tonight Linus Prosser will not be joining me, but on the other hand we have got someone else in his seat, keeping his seat warm. That's Daniel Harris. How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Been a while since I've been here, but excited to watch some Skippys again. It's going to be a great race, especially around this track.
As like I mentioned, we're in qualifying at the moment, and we're just about to look at the schedule as well. This is round 7 of the season, and as we're just about to look at the schedule, and halfway through the season already, and it's been quite a quick season. As you see on screen right now, we've got the schedule. We're at the Red Bull Ring, and then after that we've got Mid-Ohio Short, which should be a good one, with Snetterton on the August 16th, with Imola after that, and the Nürburgring Ring, and to round out the season, one of my favourite street circuits is Long Beach. So Daniel, that should be a good way to round out the season. Long Beach has not been around for that long, but it's still a great track nevertheless.
Yeah, they had a great race there last season. It was a championship decider. My memory fails me in who won, but it was a really, really good race. I can remember that Slipstream City down that main straight, or turn, I suppose it is.
Absolutely, currently in qualifying, and the track temperatures at the moment is relatively cool, with the track being 27 degrees, with it being partly cloudy and 19 degrees Celsius. But at the moment in qualifying, it's currently Benny Simpson on the pole, but from Daniel Tuffs, there's this prize of qualifying with Adam Miles in third, and we've only got 15 cars on in the session, but still we should be in for a great race. And it's true what they say, you don't need a lot of cars to produce great racing.
No, you do not. These Skippies always provide us with great racing, and it is great to see. No surprise that Benny Simonson is at the top of the timetable, as Nathan Wade, I believe that is, it's just been knocked off by Adam Miles going P2. Daniel Tuffs being in P4 is a welcome surprise. Be good to see him up racing with the pack.
Absolutely, as last time out at Tsukuba as well, we had a fantastic race for the win, and yeah, this season in general has been absolutely fantastic. It's been close racing up at the front, and we've had different winners in every race so far. So it's good to see. But I think tonight, don't be surprised to see plenty of slipstream battles going on as well, especially that run up going up to the hairpin.
Yeah, that happens. Dangerous. You got to be careful, especially somebody turns in too early, too late on the inside or outside. There's going to be an incident, and these Skippies leave no room for error if you're going to make contact. Be very careful to not lose a front wing or even lose a wheel.
Indeed, and I think the best passing opportunities around this fantastic track is probably going to be that run up to turn 1, the Niki Lauda hairpin, or even the run up to the hairpin, the AMS AG hairpin, turn 3, and then you've got that run down to turn 4, and after that you've got the tricky twisty 6 and the turn 6 power horse. And I think I have to say, the Red Bull Ring, from the practice I done offline this afternoon, this track is becoming one of my favourites.
It's great fun, isn't it? I just love running laps around this track. Been running the GT3s around here, and it's so difficult because I'm so used to running it in the F1 games, and it's training my brain completely different. And now this week coming up, we got the V8 supercars running here, and that's even harder because they basically have ARCA brakes.
Yeah, absolutely. The V8 supercars are probably one of the cars that it requires you to be smooth, and there's no ABS, traction control, any of that stuff. But as we're coming to the closing stages of qualifying, it looks like pole position is going to go to Benny Simonson, who takes the pole position with 147.2, and yeah, the closest car to him is Adam Miles, a 147.6. But as we switch over to the race session now, we'll take you through the grid. As on the front row, pole position, Benny Simonson, and then alongside him in second, and Adam Miles, with row 2 being rounded out by Nathan Wade in third and Daniel Tufts in fourth. Row 3 is going to be Nick Vaughan Roberts, with George Mattock alongside him in sixth. And then hit on the next row, you've got a 7th place going to Ewan Patterson, with 8th place Ray Peasley. 9th is going to go to Martin Armitage. 10th is Dave Dowson, with 11th going to John McDonald, with the league organiser Alan Patterson in 12th. And then 13th is going to be Dave Clapham, 14th is Kevin Bergin, and rounding out the grid, and 15th is Peter Callan.
Not too many people in this race, it seems. I feel like there's usually more participation, am I wrong?
Yeah, the numbers haven't been as high as they have been the past season or two. Sorry, but still the low numbers is even though we've had low numbers, the race has always been great, and so far this season it's been fantastic to watch. But just waiting for some of the drivers to join the grid, and we'll be underway with this race soon. As just waiting for a couple of cars or 2 or 3 cars to join the grid, and I think if you're Benny Simonson, you want to try and get a great start off the line heading into turn 1, because if you're bunched up in a pack, it can go horribly wrong.
Yeah, patience is key in this series, I've found. So Adam Miles going to be wanting to keep his nose out of trouble, maybe just stick behind Benny Simonson, and then at some point he'll make that move and use that slipstream, because it just is so powerful here. Almost similar to an ASCAR running around iRacing Super Speedway.
As they're just about to get going and the lights are just about to go green, and it looks like, yep, and we're underway for round 7 of the Monday night Skippies. As everyone gets off the line cleanly heading down to turn 1, will everyone be able to make it through turn 1 cleanly? As it looks like everyone's it's been so far so good, but looking back behind as well, Nick Vaughan Roberts gets squeezed out slightly on the exit of turn 1 as they're heading down the straight, or heading up on the run up to the AMS AG hairpin.
Yeah, too wide there from, who is that? Daniel Tufts and Nick Vaughan Roberts. Nick Vaughan Roberts going to be on the outside, coming into the hairpin. He gets the line. Going to go around the outside. Nice and clean move. There's going to be a little bit of contact. No, they managed to keep it clean. Nice move by Nick Vaughan Roberts to get up into 4th. Adam Miles sticking with Benny Simonson. I said he would, as Nathan Wade looks to be going up the inside. Down into turn 3. Is he going to pull a Perez and knock Adam Miles out? No, they get through it nice and clean. You've got to be careful if you're on the outside there. You take a bit of that gravel and you're going to be in the wall. Very nicely done there. They're still too wide. Adam Miles needs to get the position back.
Absolutely, as Adam Miles takes second position back, heading through turn 6, the Powerhouse corner. And Benny Simonson at the moment already. Oh, as Benny Simonson gets sideways, I was about to say he's pulling a bit of a gap, but he gets sideways, and he's lost a bit of that gap now. And I think you're correct. He might have had a slowdown, or he might have just gotten away with that. Luckily, but his head through York and Rink corner, head down to the final corner, and still looking at the top 4, the top 4 looking like they're starting to pull away from the rest of the pack.
Yeah, that's what they want to do. I was just thinking that Adam Miles and Nick Vaughan. Oh, there's been contact in the back. They need to stop fighting and just stick with Benny, because if they start fighting, he's going to run away with it. Yeah,
the absolute will is on the exit of turn 1. Oh, some cars running wide on the exit of turn 1 there in the background. With it looks like it was George Mattock, Ewan Patterson, and Ray Peasley. But as looking at this battle heading up to the hairpin, back up at the front, Benny Simonson's under attack from Adam Miles. Is Nick Vaughan Roberts going to make it 3 wide into the hairpin? That would be a bit risky, but Adam Miles up the inside of Benny Simonson. Can he get the move done? Yes, he can.
Oh, lovely move. Kept the momentum lovely on the inside. I haven't seen a lot of moves being done on the inside this week by anyone in any series. It's very hard to get keep the momentum through the inside, but Benny Simonson seems to have got the run on the outside coming into turn 3. Oh, Adam Miles going a bit deep, getting a bit unstable under the brakes, but manages to get the move done. Benny Simonson gonna want to slot in behind. But Nick Von Roberts not letting him in, he manages to get in behind. This is some very good racing.
It's fantastic racing between them. As looking at a replay now, further back in the field, my 15th place Martin Armitage having issues in the final corner. Oh, he tags he tags another car and he gets collected by another car. So it's all gone horribly wrong.
Yeah, it just took a bit too much speed into turn. I think that's 9 and 10, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
unfortunate.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. And looking back up at the front now at the live pictures, it's Adam Miles still leading from Benny Simonson and Nick Von Roberts, and Nathan Wade is riding on board with Benny Simonson coming across the line. Simonson's got the run, but will he try and make a move into turn 1? No, he won't. He decides to stay behind Miles, and I think he's going to wait until the exit of turn 1 and try and get a good exit and get the run heading up to the hairpin. But looking behind that battle as well, you've got the battle between George Mattock and Daniel Tufts and Ewan Patterson going on as well, as someone gets a bit of a drifteroo moment there on the exit of turn 1, but Tufts under attack from Mattock and Patterson. That's
going to be a good battle to keep your little eye on. They always provide good racing, Ewan Patterson, George Mattock. Daniel Tufts being in there is not going to provide any form of boringness.
Absolutely, as looking at this battle, this battle for the lead is still going on, and I think this will probably go on for the whole race by the looks of it. As it looks like Nathan Wade is pulling out to try and make a move, or it looked like he was going to make a move on Nick Von Roberts, but decides against it. Nick Von Roberts holds on to third position, and I think if I'm Nathan Wade and you're pulling away from the rest of the pack behind, I think it's just better to stay behind for the moment. But on the other hand, this second pack is starting to slowly close back in.
Well, that's the thing with these races. You can't be too patient, otherwise before you know it, you're at the last lap and you haven't made your move and all your momentum's gone and you wind up at the back of your little pack. So this is going to be a fight for podium and wins here because there's 4 of them. So it's going to be very, very interesting. They most likely will keep with each other for the whole race, provided they don't make contact, which they usually don't.
As they head into the final. Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
I was just going to say they're heading through the final corner now, and it's still Simonson leading from Adam Miles, and it looks like Nick Von Roberts is trying to make a move on Miles, or Von Roberts is going defensive, trying to hold off Nathan Wade. But again, as the top 4 head through turn 1, and they go right across that yellow curb in the exit, and if you don't want to take that too much because it can be a bit slippery and you can end up spinning into the wall. But as the top 3 go 3 wide, heading up to the hairpin, is Benny Simonson going to force the issue and try and hold on to the position as best he can? No, he doesn't. As he cuts across Nathan Wade, and that could have ended up in disaster.
Oh, there we go. See that run on the outside that Nick Von Roberts had? It's just so good. It's so hard to get a good run like Adam Miles did a couple of laps ago on that inside line. And Benny Simonson dropping all the way back. He's going to hold that inside line coming into turn 3. No, he's not. He's going to drop in behind Nathan Wade. And Benny Simonson is not going to be happy with that. Oh, that just reminds me of running oval and just jumping out the pack at a super speedway and just dropping all the way to the back.
As we look back at this battle for 5th place between Mattock, Patterson, Tufts and Peasley, and it's still going on as well. It's like the front 4 as well. We've got this what was a second pack of 4, but it's a pack of 3 now, as Ray Peasley has fallen back slightly from Daniel Tufts, but Mattock doing well to hold on to this position from Ewan Patterson, and I think it's just a case of basically trying to hold on to the position. But around here it's difficult to do with the slipstream on that run up to the hairpin. But George Mattock is one of those drivers it's improved a lot this season, and he's been up there. He's challenging for the win at Road Atlanta, but it all went horribly wrong when he lost the position and ran wide in the chicane on the last lap. But again, we've got this battle at the front going on as well. Nathan Wade trying to make a move on Adam Miles, but again decides to back out of it and not force the issue into turn 1.
Yeah, got to get good run out of turn 1 there, taking it very nicely. Coming down into turn 2, it's such a long run. You've got to be so patient. As we see Adam Miles looking to make a move up the inside. I don't think it's going to work, but he's got the run. Got a very nice run. They're going to go too wide. Does he get the good traction? He does. Nick Vaughan Roberts making a little bit of a mistake on the outside, but he's got the run. He's also got the run coming down into turn 3. I think Adam Miles, on the inside is going to have a better position. Less Nick Vaughan Roberts. Nope. Good positioning by Adam Miles, getting a nice run through the corner, but they're still too wide. Coming down into turn 4.
Vaughan Roberts is still on the inside. He manages to take the lead back from Adam Miles, but he runs slightly wide on the exit of turn 6, heading into turn 7. And again, this is why I love calling the races on the Monday Night Skippers League, because you get fantastic racing like this, and these guys are racing each hard, but fair. And Adam Miles gets a run on Vaughan Roberts, but he can't really do anything into York and Rink corner. And manages to hold on to Vaughan Roberts manages to hold on to the lead, as they head into the final corner. And it looks like Nathan Wade might have a great run on Adam Miles as they head across the start-finish line now to complete the end of lap 5, heading into lap 6. And
Benny's going to make a move. He's right alongside. Nope. Is he going to slot back? No, he's going to make the move. Going to make the move on Adam Miles too? No, just on Nathan Wade.
That was a great move. That was a great move by Benny Simonson. He got the run on the exit of the final corner, got the run up to turn 1, and got the move done. But Wade's coming back at him.
Shouldn't do that. Oh wow, Benny, can't be doing that, mate. The big blocks going on. They've got to stay single file if they want to keep with him, but they are with him again. They did drop back a little bit there. That slipstream is so strong. Adam Miles has gone back into the lead. Sorry.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Adam Miles back into the lead, takes the lead from Nick Vaughan Roberts, but Vaughan Roberts is coming back at him. Can he get the move done? Will he try and hold the outside? Will Miles try and hold it on the outside? No, he can't, as it's Vaughan Roberts back to the lead.
Looked like he got the best run. Adam Miles might make a move up the inside. No, he's just going to stay behind. Good decision making there. Very hard to go too wide through turn 5 or 4. Sorry. Is it turn 4 or 5?
That's turn 6.
Oh.
But back up at the front, Vaughan Roberts is leading from Miles and Simonson and Wade, and I think this battle for the win's going to go right down to the last lap, and they're all taking it easy at the moment, but the last lap will be when the gloves are off. But Ewan Patterson has managed to take the position from George Mattock and moves into 5th place.
Yeah, good move by Ewan Patterson. George Mattock, usually one of the better defenders. Maybe he's just biding his time, wanting to get that slipstream for the last couple of laps. Halfway through the race now, as Benny Simonson makes a move on Adam Miles into turn 1. Good move there. Nice and clean. Getting right back up into that 2nd position. Going to be challenging Nick Vaughan Roberts now for 3rd if he can get the run. Is very far back. Adam Miles looking to go on the outside, not being able to do it. Benny Simonson squeezing him as Nathan Wade going to look for a dive bomb up the inside. Does he get it done? He does, kind of. Doesn't get the run out the corner that he wanted, but it was very nicely done, shoving himself up the inside.
Absolutely.
We see from Adam Miles now.
Yeah, riding on board with Miles as well, and it was a nice move from Wade. At least he managed to make the apex, unlike Nico Rosberg did in real life when he just ran wide and ran the other driver off the track. But anyway, we'll move on from that. But head down to turn 6, and it's still Vaughan Roberts leading from Simonson and Wade in 3rd. And I think if you're Adam Miles, I think I would probably just wait a little bit and just wait until the closing stages of the race, and then maybe the final couple of laps to try and make a move, or make moves to try and get on the podium, or even try and get the win.
Yeah, definitely. Benny is just going to want to stick in that slipstream, I think within about 2.5 tenths, I reckon. So where he is about now. And then once we get into that, I don't know when to make the move. When do you think is probably the best time to make that move on 1st place? Do you think it's turn 2?
I think I would say the run up. I think it's the run up to the hairpin. I think it's your best opportunity if you're in the pack. It depends where you are in the pack. If you're at the back of the pack, I think you've got nothing to lose, and you've just got to go for it.
Yeah, definitely. Nick Vaughan Roberts got in a bit of a gap there. Blinked out for a little bit, but he's back. Benny Simonson dropped back 5/10 now. I wonder if that's because Nathan Wade and Adam Miles battling him a little for position, but that slipstream is going to bring them right back up there. I think Benny Simonson's definitely going to be within those 2.5 tenths, as I said before, and he's going to want to be on the outside to get that run, as Nathan Wade trying to get that move on the inside, just can't get the momentum and speed that he wanted. Stays in front of Adam Miles, but Adam Miles is going to be on the outside coming into turn 4 or 5, whichever one this is.
Oh, I thought Simonson was running off into the gravel there, but he just manages to get it stopped. That was close. But Nathan, these guys scrapping away. This is allowing Vaughan Roberts to just build a little bit of a gap and just pull away slowly. But the slipstream on that run up to the hairpin, I think that gap will come down slowly. But still, these guys are still scrapping away. It's pretty much this is the stage of the race where these guys have pretty much had enough and just going for it.
Yeah, definitely. With 4 laps to go, once they cross the line, yes. My maths is correct. I think. Some really good racing we've seen, but Nick Vaughan Roberts is just building more and more of a gap. As Adam Miles dropping back a little, I wonder if he's had a little bit of a mistake. Is he going to drop within the clutches of George Matic, who has overtaken Ewan Pattinson again? They are very, very close as well. And yes, there we go. Benny Simonson right up the back of Nick Vaughan Roberts again as they come through turn 1. Very wide from Adam Miles there.
Yeah, that was very wide. He's definitely. I was watching his onboard from my view, and he's definitely pushing and trying to keep with these guys. Benny Simonson's got the run on Vaughan Roberts heading to the hairpin. He's up there inside. Can he get the car stopped in time and get the move done? It looks like he can, but parks it on the apex slightly to stop the others getting a run. But that's backfired on him slightly.
Nah, beautiful move. He's done that perfectly. He's jumped on the inside. He's been just ahead enough that he got into the corner first, hit that apex, and run wide enough so that Nick Vaughan Roberts didn't get that run on him out of the corner. But Nick Vaughan Roberts now on the outside. Ooh. Does he manage to get the move done? It looks like he does. What a move around the outside on Benny Simonson after being overtaken in the previous corner. That is a beautiful move to take back the lead.
It absolutely was, or as we would say in the UK, that was absolutely majestic, and Vaughan Roberts got to stop just enough and retakes the lead from Benny Simonson, and it's pretty much gloves off time, and the top 4 all pretty much still together. But if any of these top 4 get caught up with each other, especially at the hairpin, that second pack will be happy to pick up places, pick up the pieces, not literally, but heading into the final couple of corners now, heading through York and Rink corner, and well, I'm not sure who to predict out of this battle to win the race.
Usually I'd say Benny, but Nick Vaughan Roberts has driven such a great race today that I think he might take this one, but I don't want to say anything because commentators curse and it will happen and I will ruin someone's race. Every time. Happens every time.
As this pack heads on to the exit of turn 1 now, heading up through that run up to turn 2 and turn 3, and it looks like Simonson's got the run on Vaughan Roberts. Vaughan Roberts goes to the inside line to defend, but will Simonson get the move done? He gets it done well before the hairpin.
Adam Miles going around the outside. Ooh. A bit of a lock up there. I think that was from Nick Vaughan Roberts. Adam Miles usually should be getting a better run on the outside there, but doesn't get it. Stays 4th. Sort of had the move done into the hairpin, but wasn't able to do it as Benny Simonson takes the lead. We see Adam Miles and Nathan Wade there. Adam Miles going to go to the inside of Nathan Wade, coming into this little corner. Goes very deep. Oh, I thought he might make contact with Nick Vaughan Roberts there, but it manages to keep it clean, and it's a good move to take that podium position back. Absolutely.
As they come through turn 6 now, and Simonson's still in the lead, and he runs a little bit wide though on the exit as they head down to turn 7 and turn 8, and Vaughan Roberts is absolutely throwing that car and just trying to hold on to Benny Simonson as much as he can. There's a ride on board with him now, and Vaughan Roberts, I think he's in that position of what he's going to try and plan what he's going to do maybe on the the second to last lap or even the last lap, but as they head through a York and right corner now, heading down to the final corner, and Simpson getting a bit sideways as well, heading down to the final corner as they just about come across the line now to complete the end of lap 10.
Yep, 2 laps to go at the end as they cross the line now. If you're Nick Vaughan Roberts, are you thinking this lap, or you thinking wait till the next one? Because there's that chance that Adam Miles is going to make that move as they get through. Oh, I love watching them run through turn 1 going over that sausage curb. It's so nice to watch.
Yeah, it's one of my favourite views as well, and I'm surprised that no one's went real wide and got a slowdown, but Dennis Simpson's under attack from Nick Vaughan Roberts now. Well, they're just about to go 3 wide now. This is a bit risky, boys.
3 wide now.
They're 3 wide into the hairpin. Oh my god!
Oh! Beautiful racing! Beautiful racing!
Oh, is it
Nathan Wade.
Oh, Adam Miles goes defensive to try and hold back Simonson. Sorry to cut you off there, but this is fantastic stuff.
No, you didn't cut me off. That was perfectly fine. Nathan Wade is the one that comes out on top there, going from that I think it was P4. Yeah, he was P4 position, and he's now P2. And Benny Simpson has dropped to the back of that pack. He is going to be very frustrated, trying to see if he can make a move around the outside of Adam Miles. Going to look for the better exit. Stays with him. This is so close. He's going to make a move up the inside. He gets sideways. Is he going to have enough traction out the corner? It doesn't look like it. Adam Miles is going to keep that car in 3rd position. This is very, very close racing. But if they continue to do this, Benny Simonson isn't going to have that win that he wanted. But Nick Vaughan Roberts coming down into turn 9 and turn 10. They are very nice and smooth. What is going to happen as they come across the line onto this final lap?
Yep, this top 4 comes across the line now. It's the start of the final lap, like you say. And yeah, Benny Simpson's trying to make a move on Miles, heading down to turn 1. Miles is not having any of it and tries to hold him back, but he can't do anything. But Miles is going to run wide. He's going to run right slightly. Oh, right across that sausage curve in the exit of turn 1. But Vaughan Roberts and Nathan Wade have broke away a little bit, but still, as they head up to the hairpin now, Miles has got the run on Simonson, heading down to the hairpin. Will he try and make the move? Simonson's not going defensive, surprisingly.
Going to make the dive.
Yeah, he's going to make the dive inside.
No, he's not. Oh, he is.
Oh, contact!
Oh, contact! No, Nick Vaughan Roberts. Oh, no, that is heartbreak. He was running such a good race. And just a little bit of contact. It didn't look like they actually did make contact. It looked like a little bit of netcode from that angle. That's so unfortunate. Nathan Wade takes the lead.
Someone with the dive!
Oh, he's locked up there.
Oh, that was so close to ending up in contact.
Take the rest of this race. I need a breather.
Oh, I need that. Yeah, I need some oxygen to get my breath back. But as I head into turn 6 now, and this has been a fantastic final lap. It's Nathan Wade leading the race, but as I look at the replay from Nathan Wade's view heading into the hairpin, it looks like he might have just tagged Nick Vaughan Roberts. But oh, that was just unfortunate. But
just a bit
back to the live pictures, it's Nathan Wade still leading the race from Adam Miles, and Benny Simpson's fallen back slightly. So it looks like Nathan Wade, if he can just hold on to in the final few corners, or final couple of corners, sorry, he should be able to take this win. But Adam Miles is not giving up without a fight. Heading down to the final corner now, Nathan Wade just needs to hold on and keep it cool. He's kept it cool, he's held on to it. So Nathan Wade is going to come across the line and take his first win in the UK&I Monday Night Skippy League. As I have to say, wow, that was a fantastic battle. But as Adam Miles finishes 2nd, Simonson rounds out the podium in 4th, Patterson finishes 4th with Tufts finishing 5th, Mattock in 6th, Vaughan Roberts in 7th after that unfortunate incident, and just waiting for the final, the remaining cars to come across the line now. But Daniel, what a final lap! That was just whoa,
incredible. Benny Simonson locking up into that turn 4 or 5. And just so close. I think he just getting a bit too hungry for it on that last lap, and it cost him in the end. I think if he was a bit more patient, he may have got the move done, but who knows, as Nathan Wade takes the win. Not sure that's how he wanted to win, but I think he'll take it.
Absolutely, that was after a fantastic race. It's Nathan Wade that comes out on top, and with Adam Miles in 2nd, and Benny Simpson rounding out that top 3, with Ewan Patterson taking a good result in 4th, with Daniel Tufts 5th, George Mattock 6th, Nick Vaughan Roberts after that incident in 7th, with Dave Dawson in 8th, Peter Callan in 9th, and rounding out the top 10 was John McDonald. And then 11th was Alan Patterson, with Dave Clapham in 12th, Martin Armitage in 13th, with Kevin Bergen 1 lap down in 14th, and Ray Peasley 15th, 2 laps down. But wow, Daniel, that was just that was an awesome race between that top 4. It was unfortunate the way it finished, but still fantastic racing up at the front for that win, and proof that just showing proof that the UK&I Monday Night Skippy Leagues is always worth watching.
Oh, 100%. There's awesome racing all the time, and that is very much evidence and proof of that. Keeping the pack as 4 for the whole race. I'm saying the whole race because it really should have been. So as an Australian, I'm all too used to being killed with netcode or kill. So very unfortunate there. But it was great. I love watching the Skippies for exactly that reason that we've seen tonight. It's so close, so tight. The lead changing all the time. I mean, Benny Simonson and Nick Vaughan Roberts running all the way up in first, fighting for first that whole race, and then Nathan Wade comes through as running at the back most of the time. It was just biding his time, and as we said, that patience came off, and he's taken the win.
Yeah, absolutely has, and it's just unfortunate that contact, and but still, it was a well-deserved win for Nathan Wade, and Adam Miles taking a well-deserved second place as well, and Ewan Patterson wasn't up there challenging for a podium or the win, but still managed to finish in 4th. And yep, I think as we wait for the drivers to pop on for an interview, or see if any drivers pop on for an interview, let's take a look at the schedule to see a preview of the upcoming races. As you see on screen right now, you've got the Mid-Ohio short layout next week, and that should be a good race, Daniel.
I honestly couldn't tell you. I have never seen any racing at Mid-Ohio. I don't own the track. I haven't touched it, and I haven't really seen anything around there. But I don't know. I've been told it's actually quite a fun track to race on. I'll take your word.
As it looks like we've got a driver in for an interview now. The race winner of the race, Nathan Wade, and just waiting for him to pop into the interview room. But I'm looking forward to interviewing him and seeing what his thoughts were on that final lap. But Nathan Wade joins us now in the booth, and Nathan, I have to say that battle up at the front between you and the other 3 guys up at the front was fantastic to watch, and it was unfortunate it ended up in contact in the hairpin, but still, you must be absolutely over the moon with that win.
Hi guys. I'm delighted to get my first win. I'm just really frustrated with I'm not even going to call it contact, because me and Nick have both looked at it back, and it is, from both our screens, it is humongous netcode. I gave him enough space, he gave me enough space, but the game said otherwise, which is kind of disappointing, because we'd have had a really good, I'm pretty sure down into turn 4 we'd have had a really good side-by-side battle from turn 4 all the way through the rest of the lap. But I guess that's how the cookie crumbles, and a win's a win at the end of the day. So
yeah, absolutely is. I mean, kind of just when you were in that league battle where you guys were switching places basically every lap, and what was your mindset or strategy in that battle? Were you kind of saying to myself, let's just hang back and see how this goes, and if the opportunity arises to possibly take the win or finish on the podium, you'll take it? But what was it for you?
To start off with, I wanted to get a relatively decent qualifying position, and not that you would have seen it, but qualifying was an absolute mess, purely because you literally rely on the draft here. Everyone was just like basically pulling over because no one wanted to be that lead car, and so qualifying was just a complete mess. Still got a decent lap in there, and then from there on it was just sort of stay in that lead pack. I was initially going to sit at the back of it, just because I didn't want to be involved in any incidents, but as it progressed towards about lap 9, I kind of wanted to be 3rd or 2nd, because they're probably the best 2 places you want to be on that last lap. I got incredibly lucky, I believe, lap 11 or lap 10 to get into second, and then just sit there with Nick till obviously our minor incident. But yeah, that was my race plan, so it worked well, I guess.
And looking ahead to next week at Mud Ohio as well, it's not the full layout. I think it's a short layout. And much experience around there, or is it your first time? And what's your? Do you think you can keep up the momentum and the good form heading into next week?
Yeah, I think it was last season we had a race there, and we used the full track, which has obviously it has both straights. So I'm looking forward to doing that track without the big straights, because it's a bit more of a. I'm hoping it's not going to be as bad as Tsukuba, because I don't want it to be that boring. But I'm hoping it's still going to be really good racing there. So really good close racing.
Oh, and a question I just forgot to ask before I let you go. That free wide moment as well for free wide moment for P2. What was I bet your heart in your mouth? Your heart was on your mouth there.
Yeah, there were a couple of times where I'm questioning myself whether I should brake harder and just completely back out or try and stick in there. Obviously, I'm on one monitor as well, so I can't see. I don't have much like field of view. Plus, that entire race, I had a moth flying around my screen. So I'm going to keep that moth. That's a lucky moth. I'm going to bring it to every race. So yeah.
What's his name going to be?
I don't know. I haven't decided on that yet. Nick. I'll call him Nick.
Oh, that sounds.
No. I'm not that bad. I'm not that horrible. Nah.
Good stuff. Well, again, congratulations on the win, Nathan. Good to see you on the top step of the podium, and hopefully see you there again at Mid Ohio next week.
Yeah, cheers, guys.
As that was race winner Nathan Wade joining us, and I believe up next, Daniel, you've got a 6th place finisher George Mattock with you.
I don't have him yet. He is in now. George, how was that race for you? How you going?
Hey guys, shocking, awful from start to finish, and I didn't think it could get any worse until the last lap when I came around the turn 3 and Nick was on the racing line trying to rejoin obviously after being taken out, but I had to go off the track, got to slow down, lost 3 places, so yeah,
no.
Pretty terrible. But yeah, I think some guys were sending it lap 1, lap 2 for no reason, and we lost a pack, and myself and Ewan were trying to work together and fight back, but yeah, couldn't do it unfortunately, and then just got shafted throughout the race. So
I mean, take the slowdown over not finishing at all, right?
oh yeah, I mean it's going to be a drop week anyway, so
yeah,
it's just a shame because should easily have been battling with the front guys. Could have easily got a win if we're in the pack there. Anyone can win, but yeah, that's racing, isn't it?
yeah. No, you and Ewan. That's an interesting thing to say. You guys would always provide some good battling. It was great to see. Who else was in that pack? It was who was it? Daniel Tufts. Yes, you guys all had some good battling and some switching of positions. So it was really nice to see, as always, you guys battling for position. Just unfortunate a bit about the slipstream there.
Yeah, it's racing, isn't it? It happens. But yeah, just have to try and get a win somehow later on in the season.
Anyone, before we let you go, anyone you want to shout out?
Shout out to you guys for the broadcast and Alan for hosting. And shout out to Nathan for the win. Well done.
Cool.
As that was George Mattock, 6th place finisher joining us now, and I believe we've got Nick Vaughan Roberts joining us, who was involved in that lead battle for most of the race. And Nick, that was a great battle between you top 4 up at the front, but unfortunately the last lap it just fell to pieces into the hairpin on the last lap.
Yeah. Can you hear me okay, guys?
Loud and clear.
Great. Yeah, it was good. It was good fun. It was a good battle and everything like that. Just yeah, shame it had to end that way. I thought I might have had enough on Nathan towards the end because I had the outside line, but maybe I cut in a bit too far. But it was a good race, and congratulations to Nathan as well. And yeah, I'll be his moth if he wants me to.
I mean, yeah, you guys were pretty much switching. Like I said to Nathan, you guys were pretty much switching positions every lap, and it was fantastic. Fantastic to watch. But
Yeah.
as I asked Nathan, what was your plan in that battle? Were you kind of just saying to yourself, just kind of, if I get the chance, go for the move and take the lead, or what was your plan?
It just changed every lap really, because I was trying to be in the top 2, because you always get a chance at that long straight in the final lap. But I had the lead obviously, and I thought I had a reasonable gap just to get maybe up to the hairpin. But it was changing every lap, and the fact that Benny got dropped back a bit, and I knew he was going to fight hard, so I thought I might even get a bigger gap. But yeah, just the way it was. But a good race, enjoyed it definitely. Yeah.
And the Red Bull Ring gets, is it a track you would like to see on the schedule for this car again?
It is good fun. It is another draft track. So obviously everyone groups up, and a lot of time the racing is people just following each other. So it's good that we had a nice battle tonight. But yeah, I enjoy it. I know it's probably not everyone's cup of tea, but yeah, it's good fun. The short version's probably quite good on this as well, I would have thought.
And looking ahead to Mid-Ohio as well next week, with it being the short layout,
Yeah.
The races should be close again. And do you think you can regroup and get back in that top step?
Yeah, I'm sure I can. I'll try my best. It's going to be another, because it's a short version, they'll take out all those straights. It's going to be another good track to race on. That's going to be little mistakes here and there. It's going to make all the difference. So,
and lastly, before we let you go, Nick, anyone that you want to give a shout out to?
yeah, shout out to you guys, obviously, and Alan for organising it all, and Nathan for the win. Fair play to him.
Good stuff. Well, again, it's not the result you wanted, Nick, but you still managed to finish, and
Yeah.
look forward to seeing you back up at the front fighting next week.
Yeah, great. Cheers, guys.
As that was a 7th place finisher, Nick Vaughan Roberts joining us, and I have to say, Daniel, that was a fantastic race, and boy, next week at Mid-Ohio, more slipstreaming battles, and that should be good.
Yeah, I forgot how much I missed this. This is this has been great. This is going to be such a great race next week, especially if it's going to be a close, small one, and it's not going to have a long straight, so it's going to be up to who can maneuver those nice and technical turns the best, I reckon, with my zero knowledge of the track.
Absolutely, yeah, I think we're just about to call it a wrap there, but yeah, before we go, thanks to everyone that's tuned in and that's watching. Thanks to Daniel for being alongside me in the booth with Tyler Maxon on the director duty. And yeah, this was round 7 of the UK&I Monday Night Skippys League. Supporters of the Cam Zone, the campaign against living miserably, and yeah, look forward to welcoming you all back for round 8 rather, at Mid-Ohio next week. But for now, take care, good night, and we'll see you next time.